Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another episode of Derail Valley. We are here in City South. After my last mission, I brought a small logistical load down here to City South so that we could do a little bit of exploration here. It's a beautiful little town, for sure. There's all kinds of interesting features of City South that have nothing to do with the rail yard, like this little harbor side lighthouse and all these little houses and shops along the harbor. They're really neat, place. It's like a dual level town. I did go and buy a few things. Hello, where's the stuff I bought? I bought a few things. I thought I bought a few things. Maybe I didn't. I thought I bought a few, like, brackets and things to do. Maybe I didn't save it after I bought it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to head on over to the museum here and kind of show you what the museum's all about. That is fine. Alright, here we are at the museum. And it is a huge turntable, first of all. Come in the tracks here, and you got this giant turntable, which is cool. And then you have all these bays. You have your coal and water over here, or that's just coal. I'm not sure where the water is. Here's the water. Here's the water for the steam engines. And then over here you have your diesel service and electric service. And then over here you have your painting section where you can paint engines. And then we have over here a nice little utility flat car that we can use to haul parts to repair our demonstrator engines. And then go over a couple and you have all of the different slots for the different demonstrators you can find and bring to the museum. So you got your DE2, DM3, DE6, S282, DH4, and S060. And then you got a couple extra slots here just for funsies. So yeah, so that's the museum. If we come all the way over to the last bay here, you have a special museum office where you can come in here and get museum specific tasks, turn them in and buy them. And then we also have a museum specific little workshop here. So pretty cool. I'm a little concerned about this whole thing with all my parts, because here's some of them that I bought. I did buy them. Why are they not showing up? Anyway, doesn't know. I don't know. Who knows? While we're here in City South, remember we bought Olaf's garage key back a few episodes ago in the machine factory in town? Well, apparently Olaf's garage is here in City South. Whenever I was coming in to City South, there's a little garage over here that just happens to say Olaf's garage on it. So let's go check it out and see what is in Olaf's garage. Olaf's garage key. There we go. And then we'll do a mission to the food factory after we do this here. And there's a nice little PH4 over there. Very cool. Alright. Olaf's garage. And it is locked. Unlocked. Bum 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 bum. Look at this beaut. Looks like a trolley. Utility rail vehicle. We'll be able to use this as an additional part hauler to the museum from the machine factory in town. So there's the fuel cutoff and a brake cylinder. Let's just take a look inside this guy. See what she looks like. Alright. It's kind of dark in here. starter, electrics. Here's the brake cutoff. Cab fan. Cab heater. Handbrake. Need that bad boy on. Okay. Gearbox. Oh, okay. Got the reverser. Train brake. Interesting. There's the lights. Here's cab light. There we go. There we can see. I know, here's the reverser right here. Does it not have a throttle? Where's... Oh, this throttle. It's got a gearbox and a throttle. I have no idea how this works. Ooh. I have no idea how this works. Okay. I have to put this in the neutral to shift. Whoa! I guess that's it. Okay. Okay. Interesting for sure. Interesting for sure. Can't pair it. That's fine. Okay, then we're gonna shunt this little DH4 out of the way. We're gonna take this over to the museum, so that we can, when we get ready to do some parts hauling, we can do so without too much trouble here. I'm guessing this little guy is not very powerful. Oh, sorry, I gotta take the brake off this guy. There we go. Fantastic. Oh boy. Let's take a look at this little fella. What's your name? Support caboose. DM1U. The ERV. Hauling score 0. Shunting score 0. Yeah, this thing's not going to be pushing anybody anywhere. He's the worst. Is there a brake problem going on here? I hear something squealing. Hold on. Get in there. That's off. That's off. What's the problem? What's the problem? Not sure why the brakes were squealing there. Oh, neat. Huh. It's also got a little storage room in here. And a secret smuggling panel. Okay. Can we just get this show on the road here? I'm missing something. Yeah, there's a brake applied. Hold on. That's right there, you idiot. See that red needle? Okay. Okay. Now we should be able to make some headway here. Oh, got some wheel slip though. Got some wheel slip. This thing is not very hoss. Can't even push an engine. Which, you know, they're pretty heavy, so I get it. I definitely won't be taking this by itself to the machine factory in town, that's for sure. Oh, forget I can't do my magic beans. No remote control. Okay. We're gonna head over to the museum here. So right. That'll be good. You get really dependent on that shunting remote. Alright. Reverser. Break off. Throttle. There we go. I don't really care about the DH4 being in the garage, to tell you the truth. I just want this thing in there because we're gonna hook it up to that little utility cart, and we'll haul both this and the utility cart to the machine factory when we get ready to restore something. In fact, maybe we'll do a restoring mission next. Not this episode. Maybe we'll start a restoration next episode. Maybe. We'll go up to the food factory and then maybe go from the food factory down to the steel mill or somewhere. And maybe food factory to the iron ore mine back to steel mill. Steel mill is where we know for sure there is one demonstrator that is ready to be restored. The S282. Okay, turntable does look like it is set correctly, so that's good. I don't know what we're going to do with this DH4, but figure it out. We'll figure it out. Where's my little friend car? That's where we want to go. He's over there, okay. Brakes? How close were we? Oh, Lord. So close. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy. Get that powered up. Okay. Turn this on. Get these unhooked. Okie dokie. Let's get this guy moving forward. I may just park him here in the siding and let him despawn or something. Hopefully he'll despawn. Alright, I went ahead and decided to bring this DH4 on over here to get him back over to Olaf's garage so he's out of the way. So I decided against just leaving him there in the siding. That's no way to live. Alright. Lock her up. We're going to have to take note of who this guy is here. 54. Engine 54. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, we're back here in the museum. We need to get this thing turned around. Where's the turntable controls? Are they over here? Yeah, there we go. Let me get this turned around so that he is lined up with this utility car. Of course, they had like a little light that would trip as you pass each bay. Then you would know exactly which bay you're lined up with. How's that for a good idea? Okay. Reverse on. Okay. Brakes off. Just want to give it a little tappy tap. Oh, don't need a tappy tap. It's running already. Alright. Way off there, buddy boy. Can I see any better? There we go. Now we're on there. Alright, so these two are just going to stay attached always, pretty much. Alright, unlock that. I'm just going to lock it here inside this beast here. Okay. Close this door. What am I looking for? This needs to go into reverse. Reverse. Neutral. Neutral. Wrong. What did you do? Brakes are on. Handbrake is on. Okay, where's the cutoff? It's over here. Okay. What a disgusting little train. Alright. Alright, we got her. I'm just kidding, it's beautiful and wonderful. I love it. Okay, let's go over here to the office and we'll pay the fees for the 54 and for this little guy. Oh, no, we won't. There's not a fee computer in here. Okay, then we will go to the real station. Alright, let's see what our fees are here. For LO86, 700. It's fine. Pay those. And for the LO54, we got 780 bucks just to shunt it over there. Crazy. Okay. Other two engines we're going to be taking with us to Food Factory and Town. Only $25,000, but it's the best job we have here. There's not a lot to be had here. So we're going to be riding from City South. Going to go up through here. The Food Factory in Town. And then we might go from Food Factory in Town over to the Iron Mine East perhaps, and then bring that back down to the steel mill, and then we'll be able to start doing some demonstrator engines. Now there's nothing keeping me from just going straight to the steel mill and not doing a job, period. I don't have to do jobs. I've got a little money saved up, got $750,000 saved up. There's nothing saying that I have to, you know, do that, but I think that's what we're going to do. I still haven't been to the sawmill or to City West or to Forest, either of these, Coal Mine South or Forest South. Haven't been to the coal power plant. I passed by it, of course. Haven't been to the Iron Mine West. So I don't know if those places have a demonstrator engine laying around or not, or Coal Mine East. So lots of places yet to explore, for sure. And there's a shop in City West I haven't been to either. Oh, there's a shop here in Food Factory. Oh, I definitely want to go to Food Factory then. Okay. We're going to go ahead and sleep because it is 11 o'clock in the evening. I can find a nice... Yeah, there's a nice sofa. We're going to sleep until 6 a.m. That was when the weather will change. Alright, it sounds like a lovely day out there. Sounds like a lovely day. And it will be a lovely day until this evening. So, we're going to go to Food Factory here. So, Food Factory gets stuff from the farm and from Harbor Town. And it ships to... That's some sort of passenger thing. I'm not sure what this means. What's this little bolt mean? Manufactured goods or something? I don't know what this station here is. Food Factory, does it ship anywhere besides whatever this is? Maybe this represents the cities. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and turn this job in. We have everything shunted and ready to begin. So we're going to be going to Food Factory in town, C6I. So, how's that trip from here to Food Factory in town? Oof. Lots of different ways we could go, of course. We're facing to the west, so we're going to go west. We could just go ahead and pass through here, stay left, go right here, go through Forest South, stay left, go right, come up here, stay left, stay left, stay left, up into Forest Factory. That's probably what we'll do. That's probably what we'll do. Just gotta make it out of here alive. How long do we have on this baby? Not a terribly long time. 83 minutes. That's pretty long. That's a pretty long time. Alright, let's plug her in there. Turn off the handbrake. Start her up. Still got a handbrake on somewhere. So, just double check these guys. I didn't repair these guys, so I'm not sure why they'd have their handbrakes on, but they do. Let's go his pass through on, that's fine. Just double check this. Okay, that's good. Very nice. Oh, I'm reeling. Hello. Okay. Why are you reeling? Well, for one thing, this is a dead end. So, so we're in C. We're gonna have to back it up. And then go through here. Presuming that those lines are empty. Okay. Let's go ahead and start doing it then. Okay. Is this paired? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Okie doke. Smoke. The boss garage is lit up by the morning sun there. I just need to get past. Oh, I gotta go actually to the very first one there. Dang. Okay. And we'll set this to go left. Straight through there. Through the main line there. Get past this bad boy here. Are we past the points? Yes, we are. Just barely. Alright, then we're gonna go to the left. Right? So, coming through here, we're gonna go right, and then left, and then that should be good. Okay. Let's do it. I need to move this, like so it'll be here, closer to my eyesight. Maybe do it right here on the sill. That'd be a good idea. Let's see. And that's already full. Okay. Dang, son. That'd be so rough. Okay. Just put it right down here. Even with that manometer. Okay. Like that. Very good. Alright, let's pop these back in here. Okie dokie. There you go, kids. Have fun. That's not dangerous at all. Okay. Here we go. Let's roll. That's much better. I don't have to look as far. Wouldn't mind having this over as well, but sometimes I'm looking through this window, so. Let's get this show on the road. I'm moving through here like my grandma. How heavy is this thing? It's only 506 tons. So, with the two DH4s, we're right at our... Technically, probably wouldn't need that back engine for this run, but I wanted to bring it with me anyway. It's not even running, I don't think. So, nah, he's not running. Okay, so... First place we're going through will be the Forest South. Forest South, never been there. Has a straight pass through, no problem. No problem at all. Okay. Then we're going to be going through the steel mill. Been there a few times. We're going to be coming through this way, right, then left for a pass through. That should be fun. Should be fun. Now we just got to enjoy the ride. Alright, we've been slowly going up a grade here, and my temps have been slowly increasing as well, so I'm going to go ahead and throttle back just a little. We're only going 35 kilometers an hour with this load. I might have to turn the other engine on here. I'm going to want to avoid it if I can. I don't need to be going super quick. We got plenty of time. This should be a relatively easy delivery, other than the fact that it's halfway across the map. Alright. We're still climbing. We are chugging up this mountain for sure. Hey, this is why I didn't want to go to Coal Mine South. So we're going to continue to climb up this mountain here. Go to Coal Mine South, whereas otherwise, it looks like 4 South looks like it might be on a mountain as well, so. I don't like the sound of this. Throttle up a little. We're struggling. Struggling to get up this hill here. Looks like we're about to get on the flat territory, so that'll be good. Gonna overheat though. Throttle back just a little. We're gaining some speed now. That's good. Those torque converters are working hard. Alright, we're going to be turning to the right. I'm going to throttle back a little bit because sometimes these turns are pretty sharp. This one looks like it might be pretty sharp. So let's just see what we get here. 50? Okay, I'm below 50. That's fine. Fine and dandy. Get a little more throttle. Pull me on through that turn. I think we're going to have another climb up ahead. Another turn, it says. I think this is the turn into Coal Mine South. So, yeah. Now, I could take the circuitous route of Coal Mine South and just make sure there's no engines along this outside path. I wanted to. Let's go all the way around. See if there's any demonstrators, but nah, it'll be hard to see, and I'll have to slow down a lot. We'll just keep on it as we are. What's the speed limit here? Ah! 50. Okay. You got it, boss. 50 it is. I'd like to see what's available here. Oh, look. Okay. Very cool. I think. Oh, we found one! The DE6! Nice! Okay, DE6 is here in Coal Mine South. Take note of that. I'm going to take note of it. I've got my pen and my wheels are squealing and I'm freaking out. So we got a DE6 Coal Mine South. And then we got S282 in Steel Mill. That's the two we know about so far. Awesome. Awesome. I, of course, would like to find the DH4 somewhere, because then I could drive this train. D6 is great. but it's $200,000 for the license alone for the DE6. And pretty much once you start using the DE6, you know, you have to do big jobs to pay for that beast. But we could get the slug from the harbor to push with the DE6, and that would be great. But we're not there yet. I think that's what this little thing over here, this little garage, Steve's garage, I think has the slug in it. Should be able to pick up some speed here and make up some time a little bit, because we're going to start going downhill a little. Then we'll go ahead and throttle up just a little, because we got our next turns, I think, are all around 60, if I remember correctly. There's a little bit of a climb into the steel mill. No, it's a decline. Uh-oh, no, it's 50. Alright, so let's apply a little dynamic brake. Okay, 50 with a grade increase. Turn that off. Go and throttle back up. It's a very slight grade increase, but still. Don't want to lose my momentum if I can help it. Turning right again. 50 with a grade decrease. Okay. Very nice. Then we're going to be going into the steel mill, so we're going to be staying right once again there. So just go and kill it. We're going to be flying down this mountain if I'm not careful. Generating a little bit of heat here. Alright, it says we can go up to 80. This portion of the track. I don't know if I want to get going that fast. Some of these turns are pretty sudden and mean. Once I start memorizing the tracks, where the turns are, it'll be a lot easier, but I'm not confident in my knowledge of the tracks just yet. Okay, so already there's a 60 up ahead. Okay. $60. Going to apply a little bit of wheel brake. A little more wheel brake. I need to get down to 50, and I need to turn down my dynamic brakes a little. This is looking good. Now, as long as we have the steel mill set, we can just blow right through this main line here without really slowing down past 50. In fact, I might gain up a little speed because we're gonna have a little bit of a grade increase right on the side of the steel mill. Alright. I'm so glad we saw that DE6. That's awesome. We can do that next instead. Go into the coal mine, which is much closer to the museum. Much closer. Alright, coming up on a speed decrease to 60 here. Go ahead and start throwing on some dynamic brake. Alright, 10 to the left and then down to 60. Why didn't they just say 60 to the left, you know? Well, I don't understand. Alright. We are going left up ahead. Yep. Good. 60 once again. We have almost made it. Now we have some pretty nasty turns up there next, so we'll have to be careful about that. Don't want to get caught going too fast around those. So far, it's been a very quick ride. We're going around 70 to 80 all the way up from the steel mill, so it was exhilarating. Used up a lot of our fuel though. There is fuel service and diesel service at the food factory. Oh boy, we got a pretty nasty incline here. So let's go ahead and start building up some momentum. It looks like this is about all we can hold temperature wise. Our speed is dropping, however, so that's less than ideal. We do have the nice severe turn coming up, so this is going to slow us down really nicely before we get to it anyway, which is fine. I mean, I'd rather not get too slow, of course. I'm guessing it's going to be about a 30-kilometer turn. Looks of things, we might be going about 30 kilometers by the time we get there. I'm going to throttle up just a little till we get our temps at the line. And I'll throttle back. Okay. That'll give us a little something to play with here. Not much, but a little. Yeah, that 2-degree slope, that's we really struggle with just one engine. If we didn't have the other DH4 on here, this would be no problem, but dragging its dead weight is a little problematic weight wise. Alright, we're going left up ahead. This junction. Starting to level out a little bit, maybe. Nope, still a 1-degree gradient. Gradient? No, grade. Ooh, it's up to 2 degrees now. Ooh, yep. 3 on both turns, so we're under 3. Fortunately or unfortunately for us. It is leveling out on the left though, so that's good. Maybe we can get through this little turn. Get on with our lives. Uh-oh. I let the temps get a little high when I wasn't looking. Okay. Like we are in a grade decrease now, so I'm gonna go ahead and throttle way back. 40 is the speed limit. Throw a little bit of dynamic brake on. A little more. 50 is now speed limit, but the 40 is still where our cars are. Okay. 30 up ahead, so I'm gonna have to apply a little bit of wheel brake ahead. Also. want to derail in this tunnel. There's a windy little path here, isn't it? Still going downhill severely, so let's just keep our brakes steady. And definitely need the wheel brakes on as well. 50 up ahead. Stay nice and slow. Fine. We'll get on this straightaway here. It's going to be 30 again anyway, so. Just using mostly dynamic brake. Keep it slow going into the twisty turns here. Alright, turning to the right. Sure. I hope I have this set up correctly to go to C6I. Let's go ahead and apply the wheel brake. It says 50, so. Okay, let's go ahead and kill the dynamic brakes. And hopefully we are going into C6I in the food factory. Alright, looks like that is where we're going. C. Right. 1L. This is D. You screwed us. Went too far. Okay. Well, bollocks. Alright. Back this mother up. I'm going to be going to the C yard, which that's the dead yard, the dead end. It's 1S. I should double check my points. You had too much faith in yourself. Alright. So in the first points here, we should have gone to the... should have stayed left there. Yep. Then go into C6I. C. Yeah, this doesn't familiar at all. Stay right. Right. Left. Yeah, well. You win some, you lose some. Alright, let's let it roll forward. Then go to C6I. So, want to go left, then right, right? left, then right. Yep. To C6I. Beautiful. Gonna grab this off the wall. Let's see. Is there anything in C6I? No, it is empty. Good deal. This will be an easy drop. Where is the station at? There it is. Right next to it. Okie dokie. Smoky? Okay, doke. This guy chucked in here. Go turn this job in. Be right at time here. Okay, actually, not at all. Alright, 38,000, not bad. Fantastic. Any good jobs here? We need to shunt that for 17,000. Not bad. Going back to the goods factory in town. Oil well north. No one's going to coal mine. I mean the iron mine though, unfortunately. Lots of places going to harbor in town and to the farm. None of these goods factory in town jobs are very good. It looks like harbor in town is really the only super profitable place. I could go back to the steel mill here and grab that 282. So I could grab the goods factory in town jobs. They're really crappy pay, but it's a really short trip. It's just right on the way. I don't know if they do me worth it. Be a nice, nice long train though. Yeah, we'll see. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure and hit that like button. I'm going to do a little exploration of the food factory here and see if we can find any more demonstrator engines. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure and hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.